Classic League Podcast time!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 302 of the Classic Elite Podcast. My name is Scott. I've got Kevin with me.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. There's my Batman voice.
Pretty good. Happy
Thanks.
Halloween, everybody.
I use it a lot.
Happy
For
Halloween.
a lot of no reasons. Happy Halloween, everybody. By the time you hear this, or
Yep.
probably past it.
It will, because I'm definitely not editing it and publishing it tomorrow. But it is the day before Halloween as we're recording this. So shout out to our beloved friend Dustin. So it's his happy holiday. So, yeah. I finally watched The Thing. I always meant to watch that. So I'll have to give him a heads up about that. You ever watched The Thing? With Kurt Russell, the John Carpenter movie?
Years ago. Is that the one where... oh, shit. What does that guy say? Something about Dookie? Dookie. Is that the one?
That's... If it is, I don't remember.
Okay. Is Roddy Piper in that movie?
No, I think you're thinking of They Live.
Oh, They Live. Okay, yeah. My mistake.
I don't remember the Dookie line from They Live, but I do like They Live. That's a fun movie. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
So yeah, we're a video game podcast. We're going to talk about video games. But before we do get started, Kevin, I do want to thank our Canadian listeners out there. We've been getting a lot of support from them. They've been clicking on our Amazon links, so big
Represent,
thank you.
boys.
Yeah. Yep.
Get the Canadian cash. Get those toonies and loonies rolling in into your little coin roll. And you can deposit it. So you got to get a bill and then deposit.
You've been hanging out with Drake there in Toronto?
I've been checking out his nice golden rings for the
Nice.
Raptors when they won.
Ring.
Is it one? I thought he bought more than one.
You just warm my heart sometimes, Kevin. With when you call yourself a bandwagon fan, I truly believe you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The,
as soon as that team starts doing well, I'm in.
The term rings is related to not how many you have bought, but how many you have won. The Raptors have one championship, therefore one ring.
That's how you're insulting me live on the air.
I'm not insulting you. I'm condescendingly educating you.
Oh, that's even better. I'd rather just not know. I'd rather die not knowing. So thanks for that.
So, it is basketball season. But yeah, shout out to the Canadians. Thank you very much. We do have Amazon affiliate links. We rarely promote them at the front of the show. But we have a new U.S. link. So our U.S. listeners, please pick up the pace. That'd be great. We make a very, very little commission off of things that you purchase if you click on our Amazon link and go there. Every little bit helps, and we need like $10 a month, and then the show's totally free for everybody.
Patreon.com/
No Patreon. Patreon.
God, I wish Patreon existed.
Patreon is awesome. I think it's a wonderful, cool service. A big reason why we don't... There's two big reasons why I don't want to do a Patreon. One is I don't want to sit there and see zero. All right, don't have enough guts. That's one of the reasons. Number two is you gotta deliver. You now are accounting now skipping weeks is no being lazy for a week or an episode or whatever is not an option anymore.
And you gotta give rewards like
that's my
tiers
point.
to reach.
Yeah. There's we gotta do bonus stuff and
what would you do? Like watch me play a Let's Play stream for an hour. Like I can't imagine anyone wanting to watch that. I don't even want to watch that.
There are people that I do want to watch that. I don't view myself as one of those.
Yeah, exactly. This will be me. Like, here's a Let's Play of me playing a game.
Yeah, that's good enough, Kevin.
Talking, breathing heavily. I can do it louder if you want.
No, this is not an ASMR throw up fest. What would I do? Like, hey, an intermediate guitar player can give you a guitar lesson. Here's a G chord. Oh, you already learned that? Sorry. Here's how I like to make something in my Instant Pot. I throw all this stuff in there, and then I come back in an hour, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do.
Um,
If
so
I was one of those parents, I make like kind of make something cute, but I don't want to ever put my
that
child on
also
the internet, even though I do.
I not as a reward. I just we
No.
part of the I just if this is a full time gig or something like that, like absolutely. And I think Patreon's really cool, but I think we would be terrible at delivering. So
Just to confirm, are we live right now?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Just making sure because I'm on the stream and I don't know if I see it.
okay. Well,
So it is live. Okay. Just making sure.
no, well, you gave up. You just took my word for it. You should make sure.
Hmm.
It,
Well, I
it
lack
said it was
confidence.
on my it said on my dashboard that it is. So I think we're good.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess to you know what, yeah, I guess to get started.
Sorry to ruin your
No, I just lost my train of thought.
confirmation.
We're all good. We're all good. Let's jump into the news though. I guess
I say
first we should talk about video games that we don't have to pay any extra money for.
Yes, let's do that.
First up, we have the PlayStation Plus included games of the month. Shout out Dustin. They're not free games that are included. You've paid for them, so go download them. But Neo, which is not near Automata, commonly confused.
Yeah, I thought it was near Automata. I feel like Can Kill when trying to say that. I'm gonna go over here.
Automata. That you can, if you try to do it like Hank, it does come out. Damn it, Bobby, that's Automata.
I could do the shit. What was it? Oh, that's my
That's
Hank
pretty
Hill
good.
impression.
I love,
Whenever he gets
I
upset.
love the King of the Hill.
Yeah, it's great.
I didn't think I liked it when it was on air, and then my brother convinced me to give it a go, and it turned into one of my favorite shows I've ever seen.
Oh,
There's something about
speaking
the
of which,
animation that put me off.
I watched Treehouse of Horror of The Simpsons this past. It was episode 666,
Okay.
and it was not good. I don't like new Simpsons. I hope for it to stay on the air forever because I believe everyone should watch it and enjoy it. But it's the structure now. I think they have like 4 acts now, which I'm not used to, and the voices sound different. Like they all sound like they have colds because they're
Okay.
older, obviously. Because I haven't watched the show in 10 years. So when I watch it, they all sound very off and a little bit different. And
You think
that
that
was-
they would fix that? Because you can change pitch really easily with software, you know?
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, so, but, yeah, not near Automata, but Neo, the
Neo.
kind of Dark Souls-y samurai game. I remember, I think Zarek played it. Dustin played it a bit. It was very highly praised. I don't know if it was like a big, like, gangbuster sales thing, but it definitely was a good, it reviewed real well.
Well, I'll check it out. I mean, that's what I like about PlayStation Plus and Xbox Gold and stuff. It's games you would otherwise probably never try. Like Rocket League, for example. I would have never in a billion years tried that game if it wasn't free.
Yeah.
I remember going, fuck it, I'm going to give it a shot and see what happens. And I play that game every single night now. How the hell do you get the platinum? How the hell do you get the gold? I keep winning, but yeah, never mind.
I don't know. I eventually got there. And then I uninstalled it on PC. I had such a bad run, and like teammates were being such dicks. Like I just uninstalled
yeah,
it.
I've been dealing with
I'm like, you
toxic
know what?
community.
I'm out.
According to them, I'm gay, and I still live in my mom's basement. And I was surprised that those two insults are still being used in today's standards. I'm like, come on, come on, with
Because
something
we're playing
better.
with kids.
Yeah, one of them kept saying 1v1 to me because I guess I was playing trashy, and they wanted to like, and I was like, my trash talk because I can't handle the internet. I don't have a thick skin. Is lol. I just write LOL anytime someone's like.
That's a
being an
good
asshole,
comeback, though. That's a good. That'll
because
get
I know,
there.
yeah, I know it gets under their skin, right?
Yeah.
So they're like teammate trash. I write lol, and they go 1v1 trash lol.
Yeah.
I just keep writing lol.
There you
But
go.
then secretly inside, I'm going,
It hurts you.
why are people so mean to me, man? I'm just
So-
trying to play video games.
So right now, like I'm playing. If I'm playing Rocket League, I'm gonna see if you're playing that evening on PlayStation. That's kind of it. Like I've got other games too that I'm playing. I got Ukulele tomorrow. Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out.
Oh yeah.
I'll be talking about it in a bit. Outer Worlds. So there's no reason for me to sit down and get have any chance for me to get mad at another person on the internet when I could just be mad at a developer for programming something in a way that I don't like.
And that you could never do.
That I can absolutely never do.
Yeah. Well, I got a cough.
Uh-oh. Cough time. Thank goodness for the mute buttons on the
Oh, they're
microphones.
beauties, man.
They're nice. So also, aside from Neo, neither of us have played it. That's why we're not going to really get into our opinions.
I thought it was the wrong game, so what do I know?
But they don't know that. This is our second take on episode.
No, I just mean in general. I still have nothing to say about it.
There you go. Outlast 2 is also going to be there. You have played both of these, right?
Yeah, I played Outlast 1 last year. Or actually, Outlast 1 was my first PS4, one of my first games I bought when I went to EB Games. I asked for it, and they didn't know what I was talking about, so I asked for it again. I didn't know what I was talking about. Then I found out it was only digital only, so then I bought it, and I played it, and it was great. And Outlast 2, holy shit, the Batman costume just fell out of my closet. Oh, I almost threw up, sorry. It really scared the hell out of me. It looked like a body just slumped over from my closet. It was
For our audio listeners, Kevin's wearing a Batman mask.
oh yeah, the cowl.
So your costume fell out. What did you do? Think like a monster was coming out of the wall, like in the
I
gate?
don't know what the hell was happening. I just saw this body slump over in front of me because it's a full costume, right? It's like the legs and arms and everything.
Yeah.
Holy hell, that scared me. Anyways, wow. I'm a John.
You're alive now.
Outlast 2,
Speaking of being scared.
It takes place in like a Jonestown sort of esque. The first Outlast was like you're a journalist and you do a lot of investigating with a camera, and it kind of made sense because the whole point of it is you're going to an insane asylum to record evidence.
Wait, is Outlast the scary game that they tried to get me to play? I might have played Outlast.
It's a lot of night vision. A lot of naked guys running around.
There was a scary game I tried on stream and I get pissed and turn it off.
That's probably Outlast. A lot of chasing too and running away because you don't fight in these games.
Let's see. Yeah, I've got Outlast. I'm seeing if I've got any Steam.
You sure it wasn't Amnesia? Amnesia?
It might have been that too. Oh, it says Outlast DRM free. I wonder. I must have that from something else. I don't think it was Amnesia, but it could have been. I have The Dark Descent.
How you have amnesia because you can't remember the game?
No time played. But Outlast 2, is that any good?
Yeah. It's Jonestown, like I said, like a cult. And it deals with like the plagues of the Bible, which is like locusts and frogs and killing your firstborn child.
Okay.
Christianity is a hell of a drug. But it's a fantastic game. Although, unlike the first game, the night vision camcorder makes no sense because you got to like run from guys and like hide because you're trying to save your wife. And then out of nowhere, you're like, and you start like just hold your camera for no reason. Because if you think about it, if you're looking at the screen, you're gonna have backlight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of defeats the purpose of hiding if you're gonna have backlight in your face. I think things very technically when it comes to these games. But it's fantastic. If you haven't experienced it, I say it's a hell of a shot. I say it's like the Portal 2 to the Portal 1. Portal 1 was like a small game, and that's what Outlast was. It was nice and tight and, good story.
Yeah.
And then Portal 2 just extended that story, and it was longer and better. Outlast 2 extends the story, not better, because I don't find it scary at all. I don't like being startled. It's a lot of startling. But like once you see the guys and once they're in front of you and you see their like recycled animation, it's not as scary as seeing them far away with their glowing eyes because you're using night vision. That's creepy, but I don't know. Check it out. It's included. Doesn't hurt to play it.
Cool. Xbox also has their stuff out, and if you've heard of any of these games, please write the show. classicleet@gmail.com. Let us know if they're any good. The Xbox One is bringing Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter to the service, the games with gold. It's going to be there from November 1st to November 30th.
That's an Xbox One game, too.
That's an Xbox One game. Never heard of it. The Final Station. Available from...
with Final Destination.
Right.
Or...
Destination?
Train Station. Or... I can't think of anything else. I don't know. I haven't heard any of these two games.
Or the Final Station. I have no idea what it is. That's going to be available from November 16th to December 15th. The Xbox 360 has a head scratcher in here that I'm not sure I fully understand yet. So Star Wars: The Jedi Starfighter is going to be available from the 1st to the 15th of November. And Joyride Turbo. These are two games I've also never heard of. Kevin, you've at least heard of Star Wars, though.
I've heard of Star Wars as a war, or a star, like the franchise, but this specific game I have not heard of. And it's odd that it is an Xbox, like OG Xbox game.
So, yeah, I guess there are Xbox original games that are, since they're backwards compatible with the 360, they also have the potential, and this might be the case for this one, that it then runs on the Xbox One.
What an odd choice. I feel like I would be cheated.
Is it fun?
I'm like, no,
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
360. I don't know.
Maybe it's a hidden gem. Maybe it just didn't sell well, but it's good. I don't know.
Could be.
The new Star Wars game's coming out soon, and I'm excited for the reviews.
Which one's the new one?
It's called
Battlefront 3?
No, it's called Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay.
And it's made by Respawn, who did Titanfall. And Titanfall 2 is one of the best games I've ever played. Period. And
wow, that's quite the feat there.
They also did Apex Legends. And
So they're good at multiplayer games.
No. So that's the thing. Is this is not a multiplayer game. They are good at multiplayer games because they're old Call of Duty guys. I forget which one of the Call of Duty studios.
Shit.
They're like Treyarch or something. I forget who they came from.
Yeah.
But anyways, or whatever it is, that's why the name Respawn, because you respawn from blah blah blah. So
clever girls.
But Titanfall 2 is one of the coolest games I've ever played. But I'm a Portal fan. It tickled the Portal itch in a great way. But this is a third person over the shoulder single player game. And it has combat influenced, it looks to be a little from Dark Souls. Not entirely, but like I saw some gameplay where if you can like always use your lightsaber to block a laser gun. What are they called? Not a phaser. What does stormtroopers shoot? Do they have a gun?
They do. So, I don't know.
Blaster, maybe? Is Blaster what I'm looking for?
Sounds like it.
I don't know.
Zapper?
Well, the light blaster. Yeah, we're playing Duck Hunt now. When they shoot at you, if you parry it right, you actually shoot the beam back at them. Or you can just block it if you don't parry it. Yeah. So if you time it well, like you would in Bloodborne, and you get a good parry, you do shoot the laser beam back, and you kill the stormtrooper. Or if you don't parry it well, you just block it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And there's some rolling around, and it looks like the dude's pretty agile, as you would expect from a Jedi.
Luke, be a Jedi tonight. Sorry, that's a Simpsons reference. I do a lot of those. Get used to that.
Okay. Get used to me not knowing any of them.
I am already.
I've
very
already
disappointed.
Oof. Get used to that then. I've already told you the best joke that ever existed in Simpsons.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but you told me last week, I think.
His horse ran all the way here.
Right. And that's one of the newer seasons, too. That's why I was so disgusted.
You're not sure about that, though. I saw that joke a long time ago. I think I was in high school. I think that joke is 2001 or earlier. So
yeah, it's new Simpsons.
Old Simpsons is also 2001 or earlier.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
We got to find that episode number.
Oh, I can easily find it. Found it right now. Season 11, episode 13. That horse can run 1.5 miles. He ran all the way here.
There it
Season
is.
11.
There it is. Oh, I think
I love Frank Yak.
Don't you say 10 is the cutoff?
I say 10 is the cutoff.
Okay, so you're right. Barely.
That's actually one of the worst episodes that I've ever seen. That's actually one of the episodes that made me go, maybe the show's not as good as I remember.
It's got the best joke of all the series in it, though.
Sure.
You ran all the way here.
Well, I'm
know
just happy
so,
that Simpsons brings laughter.
I know it's so dumb. It was just it's so stupid. So yeah,
go play. It still tickled your funny bone. I like that.
Still got it. So
It's like whenever I think of the Shining episode, we watch Treehouse of Horror every year for Halloween.
okay.
And the line that still gets me is when they're parodying The Shining. And groundskeeper Willie is like the janitor from The Shining and The Shining. And he goes, oh, the little fat boy and his family are in trouble. And for some reason, that line always gets me.
Is it Ralph? Is that who?
No, it's Bart he's talking about. Bart's not even that fat.
That's why I went to Ralph.
The little fat boy and his family's in trouble.
So, well, moving on to talk about games that are coming out next week, or today, or tomorrow, or even next year. What is that line from? Today, tomorrow, or even...
Truman Show. Good night. Good evening.
It's a lyric from a song, and I can't tell I don't know if it's a song I like or if it's a song I don't like.
Yeah.
I'll have to type that into Google and see later. I feel like it's from a 90s rap song or something. Anyways, Disney's Aladdin and most of Disney's Aladdin and all of Lion King from the 16-bit era are coming out tomorrow as re-releases. Kevin and I were chatting a little bit before, and I am not interested in this collection, but I'd said that I'm glad it kind of exists. But
yeah,
Kevin, you are interested, and you're probably going to pick up a physical copy of this, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Even though I already have the physical copies on the OG systems, or at least one of them. Like I don't have two. I have the SNES one for Genesis, and actually no, I do have both. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, but are they hooked up? Are they hooked up and conveniently in your? So
no.
So you don't have them readily available. $20 for convenience.
No. That's why I don't mind buying it again, even though I own emulators and monitors. But anyways, and I can play it any single time, like literally right now if I wanted to. But I like the trophies. I'm assuming it comes with trophies. I like the rewind function. I like the fact that I'll probably be able to beat it.
Yeah.
I think I had this conversation not too long ago where I feel like if I buy the game, even though I own it already, I feel like I have a more urgency to beat it.
Sure.
Because when you have a ROM or an emulator, you have 120 games because you own 120 games. So you're overwhelmed.
A lot of backups.
A lot of backups, and you're overwhelmed with so many games that you just don't want to play any of them.
Sure.
And that's kind of my thing when it comes to these collections. Like the Genesis collections, I buy Genesis collections all the time, repeatedly, and I'll always play them when I buy them, even though I have backups of them already at the avail. I don't know. It's a weird mental thing.
I think when you have some stake in it, you are committed in some way. You want to get your value out of it, and I mean, you had a similar experience with the SNES Mini as well. Yeah. Look at all those games you revisited that you had on a ROM somewhere else.
Hell yeah, I had Donkey Kong on so many ROMs and emulators, and I never played it.
No.
But I beat it on the SNES Classic.
I actually, I think it can be a little weird almost if you're not that way. I don't know, but I'm certainly similar, where putting something into it, some financial stake, makes me way more likely to actually see
I just realized I fucked myself up because I modded my SNES. If it's moddable, I'm gonna mod it. I don't know. I can't help it. Just to say that I can. Anyway, so I modded my SNES Classic, and I've never touched it ever since I modded it.
You ruined it.
Yeah, I did ruin it.
Tarnished
my PlayStation Classic. I never played the system because the first thing I did was mod it to get South Park working, and I got it working, and I never played it. I'm a horrible person. My mom was right.
You just shooting yourself in the foot, man.
But yes, so the collection, the reason why I wanted to, because it's a wicked. I love both these games, even though I don't think it's fair to charge Lion King because there's only 2 levels. But the Aladdin game is fantastic music. They take little things. It's a detail in these games. In Aladdin, you jump on camels' backs and they spit, right? Mm-hmm. That's literally like a frame in one of the songs in the movie Aladdin that they turn into an element into the game. To jump higher, you bounce out their backs. It literally only happens for a split second in the movie. Running across. Go ahead.
I believe that this is the first time. I'm treading lightly here. I'm not real confident in this statement I'm about to make, but I think this might be the first time that Disney animators worked directly with the game developers.
Yep. That's right. It was Walt Disney Studios that made it.
They still look,
At least the Genesis version
okay.
of Aladdin.
Yeah. Because Capcom did the Super Nintendo version, I think.
Which is why it's not part of this collection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks unbelievable. Still, like the animation is just gorgeous.
And like little things too, like running across as Aladdin when you're running across the hot coals. Again, that happens for like a split second, and one of the songs in the movie, they turn it into an element of the game. Holding on to ropes while it glides you up in the air happens in the movie for a split second. They turn it into an element of the game. It's so cool how they do that. Lion King, same shit.
Mm-hmm.
The monkeys like throwing Zazu around in the Can't Wait to Be King segment turns into an element of the game. One of the worst elements in the game. Don't even get me started on the ostriches.
No, the monkeys were easy.
Not necessarily, because you got to roar at them to flip them, and then you just bounce around until you figure out the actual. It's a puzzle.
Oh yeah, it is. Only some of them can be flipped though. There's
Yeah,
only the pink ones. So
yeah, shit, isn't that weird that we remember that? But the ostrich scene again, that scene is from the Lion King. Can't Wait to Be King, when Nala and him are on an ostrich, just for like 5 seconds of screen time.
Yeah,
and that is the worst part of that fucking game.
That double jump is bullshit.
It's Turbo Tunnel of Battletoads bad. It drives me up the wall. Like it's awful. And I remember renting this game.
It's not okay. Well, I owned it, so maybe that's how I just brute forced my way through it.
Yeah,
I can get through it like every time.
But it's so long. It's not even like
it's not that long. Kevin, it's not that long.
It felt long.
I know
it's
it
Turbo
does.
Tunnel.
I know. Once you get used to it, I promise you, it's not that bad. I had the hardest problem missing where the hell's the edge of the ledge when you got to catch the hippo's nose. And sometimes the tail sometimes you catch the swinging tail. Sometimes the game said, fuck you, you're falling in the water. That was it. But man, you know what? Okay. Let's rank the top 3 worst parts about that level. Let's try to determine what the worst part of that is. Is it the ostrich double jump?
Yes. Well, not just the double jump. It's the fact that I know you're saying it's not long. It's fucking long. It's a double jump, and it's a the remembering the patterns. I only have like 1 gig of space in my brain, so I can't go for. If I remember more patterns, I forget the beginning.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, jump. Oh fuck, it's up, not down.
Fair enough.
Think because I can't beat it. I can't beat it. That's why I say it's the word. I can't beat it.
Okay.
I can't. I tried so many times. God willing, I've tried, and I can't not beat it. And I've done Turbo Tunnel from Battletoads. I can't do it. And I love the level because I love the music. I love the colors get saturated, just like the song.
It's gorgeous.
And it's an enjoyable level. Battletoads is not. It's like dun, 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 whatever. Battletoads is its own thing. But this is beautiful music, beautiful presentation, and I fucking can't stand it because of the goddamn ostriches.
You would
does it happen twice or once?
There's 2 ostrich sections.
See?
Yeah.
It's awful. It's made by fucking Satan.
No, it's not. It's not good.
Then why haven't I beaten it, Scott? Why haven't I beaten it? I'm good at games. I get good.
Because you're not really Batman. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing about this collection. There's a rewind function. So if I miss a double jump, I rewind that shit back by 2 steps, and then I'll see it coming.
Yes.
So fuck it. I'm gonna buy this collection.
I think that I'm excited for you to get through it. Also, the waterfall log jumping section also hyper bullshit. So
the same level?
No. You got a lot of game until you get to that part.
Oh, see, I know I've never beaten it.
I know you're not kidding that you really haven't seen much later. But
no, I really haven't.
There are a lot of the details that you were talking about with going back to Aladdin and whatnot, and the ones that they have here, that's consistent throughout the game. The way that they incorporate stuff is awesome.
Like the
things. Way they did the hyenas, like the way that the levels change as Simba's an adult. I'm really excited to hear what you think about it because
he grows.
Yeah, you know that. But I'm excited to hear what you think about it because since you enjoyed those aspects of the game so much, I'll be surprised if you're disappointed because I feel like that keeps up throughout the game.
But it's gonna be $40. So I don't know if I can spend $40. Do I get Ghostbusters remastered for $40? Do I get Disney's Aladdin Lion King for $40?
I thought you said it was $20.
40.
Oh, 20 per collection. Oh. So that would be it's probably $30 US.
Yeah, it's probably $30 US and $40 Canadian.
That's too steep for me. I know that you're
Look
getting.
how horrible my choices are. Sorry to cut you off, but I have Ghostbusters remasters. I want it's $40. I already have on 360. Lion King and Aladdin for $40. I already have. Or Final Fantasy VIII remastered for $40. I already have. I hate video games. I'm not doing this podcast anymore. Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I loved the Ghostbusters on 360.
I did too.
I
absolutely loved it.
Would have no interest in buying the remastered.
But I don't know why I want it.
I don't know why you do either.
I don't know.
It is
I even
awesome.
played on the Wii. The Wii one was good too.
Oh, really?
The graphics, yeah, because you get to use the remote as the proton.
Yeah, cool. I played on 360. I highly recommend the game. Like it's a super fun
It's Ghostbusters 3.
It is. It really is. And because it's in a video game, they got to get batshit insane like Dan Aykroyd wanted.
Yeah.
It's
when they go to hell.
Yeah, it's fucking great. So
yeah, it is.
I would recommend it. I would not pay to play it again at that clip, but
for $20, I'd pay for it, not 40.
Yeah. Yeah, that's way too much for the Disney collection. I was on the fence at $20, but 40 is way or 30, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll go down. Just like the Capcom or Disney Afternoon Collection went down right away.
Yeah,
so it'll
which is an A+ collection, pretty much. Not an A+ collection, but there's A+ in that collection.
There's 3 A+ games and 2 D.
Yeah, sorry, I got a little excited there. So moving on, The Last of Us Part 2 has been pushed back a couple months.
Oh, that must suck for Sony because they're like, hee, we're gonna give free for everybody to experience before Last of Us 2 comes out. Because wasn't it supposed to come out like this month?
No.
I
think it moved. I think it just moved to a different quarter. I thought that I didn't think it was due this month.
Oh, I thought it was due this year.
No, I thought it was. I think they moved it from February to May.
Oh, so I'm lying. Never mind. My joke, like all, has failed.
I'm not. You got me skeptical a little bit now, though.
I thought that's why they did it. That's why they released Last of Us 1 for everybody to enjoy before Last of Us 2 came out.
Well, certainly that was part of it, but I don't think the timing was that much of a concern for them.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt they're losing sleep. Like, oh, they foiled our master plan.
Well, it was just a joke.
Oh, sorry. I didn't tell.
No, you're right. It was February. The original release date was February.
There you go.
I'm cool with that.
Absolutely. Take your time, please, on video games.
Yeah, after that controversy of like games of developers being major assholes to their like workers, or like staying after hours and never going home, working their asses off.
Yeah, that's
like after all that shit. Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
that's to an extent, I agree. That's not what I was referencing, though. I meant like, don't release a buggy fucking mess. Like,
looking at you, WWE 2K20.
Put it out when it's done. Yeah, right.
Did you see those glitches?
I've enjoyed watching people play it to like show the absurdity of the.
Do you see the guys in the when they're in the car and his caption says the windows are closed and their hair is just going nuts?
No.
They're just waving as if the windows were open.
No, so I would rather the game, especially a Naughty Dog game, one that studio that's known for the high polish and all that stuff. Let us crybabies wait, cry even louder when it sucks. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. Have them take their time, and yes, if it also is cutting down on workplace abuse, all for that as well.
That's fucked up. When I hear about stories like that, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, these are people, man. Like, I don't know.
Things can get away from you.
Yeah.
I can see how it happened, but there's machines, man. They happen. Well, Sony's getting pretty optimistic about their future.
Yes, they are.
They have went and trademarked PS6, PS7, 8, 9, and 10 in Japan.
I think they did this because of that headline joke of Microsoft announces the PS5.
No, they didn't.
They're like, you know what? What if another console does do that? And then they want to make sure that they're safe. I believe that.
I believe that they were like, hey, it fucking sucks filing this trademark. Can we just do several of them at once? Yeah. Okay, thank you. That's what I think happened.
So every 7 years, give or take, a new console comes out, right?
Hmm?
So when the PS10 comes out, how old will we be?
It'll be our last system. We will die in the nursing homes with our PS10s. Playing our Kingdom Hearts.
Oh man, Mickey's back, bitch.
No, I mean the PS2.
I thought
Going back. Uh-oh, Kevin. What was that? Max headroomed on me there.
Oh, I didn't say anything. Did
Oh.
I? I was scratching my back awkwardly.
I couldn't tell. It went... So
Oh yeah.
We're good. So, yeah.
For those listening, I live in Canada, and our connection isn't the greatest. Scott lives in Ohio. His connection is apparently good.
Well, I'm
So
also the
that's why.
native. I'm the native. Like, you're broadcasting to me. Also, it could be getting clogged because I don't have the greatest internet.
Oh,
So, you're on
I don't have the
Wi-Fi.
greatest laptop, so
You're on Wi-Fi, yeah. Look, it's amazing this is even possible at all, so I'm not complaining.
yeah.
Like, we real time have video talk that we are broadcasting to other people live. That is
Yeah, technology's beautiful.
insane. So,
Wait, and you shouldn't be complaining like some people have for Death Stranding coming to PC. Sorry, there was a segue and I had to.
people are complaining that Death Stranding's coming to PC. I thought that was like always a thing. We're I think he's back. He's getting all gurgly on me. You back, Kevin?
I didn't know I left. Yes. What happened? Who did what?
Whatever your Death Stranding thing you said was, say it again.
Oh, I said, speaking of people complaining, Death Stranding coming to 2020. So people have been complaining about Death Stranding coming to PC
So what do you mean people are complaining about?
because it's no longer exclusive to PlayStation 4.
Why do people care?
That's a very good question. Because it's not exclusive to PlayStation. It's, fanboys. They had an exclusive that no other console had, and now it's available for Windows. And for some reason, that really affects them.
Like, tribalism over consumer products is just... I have a hard time believing someone's actually mad about that.
Well, I've seen a lot of I'm pulling my pre-order and I'm
Seriously.
boycotting you,
the
and it's
fuck?
the same. It's the same shit as when Left 4 Dead 2 first came out, and people
What
were
little
upset about.
shitheads? Like, those are the same people that were like, dude, you have 30 blocks. Can I please have 5 to play with? And they're like,
Yeah.
no. Why? Because they're mine. Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if you saw because
Not that I'm entitled
you
to
and
their
I-
blocks, but it's like, come on, like, what the fuck does it matter?
people are just. I don't know. I don't understand. I think games should be
As many
don't know.
places as possible.
yeah, and as many people to enjoy it as possible.
They'd be like getting mad that someone watches Netflix specials on their phone because they like watching it on their laptop.
Yeah, I'm a phone Netflix kind of guy.
Fuck you, then.
Nice.
Blaspheme. I just don't.
proud.
Okay, I guess. I could have sworn like someone like Colin Moriarty had been saying a while. I listened to his PlayStation podcast.
Uh-huh.
I could have sworn ages ago he had talked about this coming to PC. Maybe not.
What?
I don't know.
Do you have? I know you don't really. You're like me. We don't really have that much of an interest in the game.
I have zero interest in the game.
I do too, and that's weird because I love Kojima. I love his work. I love Metal Gear.
Never played a Metal Gear. Never played a Kojima
I
game.
loved what other games did he make? Well, that's the only games I made that he played, I guess.
Well, of any substance, I have played ports. I've played a little bit of the Metal Gear MSX port on NES, just the regular Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, I don't think that was made by him.
No, it was not.
The I Feel Asleep one.
But he did make the MSX game, the Japanese
He
computer
made the
game,
MSX ones.
and that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
port of it. So no, he didn't make it, but he. Your screen just froze on me, and it looked like you disagreed with me really sternly as Batman. Like I said a fact that like really upset you. It's funny. Yeah, I think it is kind of weird that you don't have much of an interest because you have enjoyed Kojima games before.
But I think a part of the reason why I don't like it is because I made this joke on Twitter. You guys can classic Kevin or retro relapsic on Twitter. I wrote
Yes.
here, said an SNL announcer voice, "It's Death Stranding with Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, Leah Sado, Margaret Qualley, musical guest Korn." I
Jeff
tuned the
Keighley.
game.
You've seen lots of others. I bet Guillermo del Toro's in there somewhere.
And your host, because this surprised me, Conan O'Brien. I don't know if you saw him
I
make an
heard. I
appearance.
didn't see it, but I heard that he did the bad gamer thing with it.
Yeah. Well, no, he went to Kojima's studios and met Kojima, which I actually like. I like Conan O'Brien. I think he's actually really funny, and he actually gives games. He makes fun of games, but also it's representative and
Yeah.
represented in late night shows. That's amazing, and not in a stupid way. He's playing that. I mean, it's not like David Letterman would be playing PS4. I never want to see that.
Sure.
And then Kojima put him in the game as like an otter. Doesn't matter. I feel like it's when something's too celebrity focused, it really turns me off.
Okay.
Like when I saw that Norman Reedus was in PT, I wasn't going, "Oh my god, Norman Reedus is in PT." I said, "Why is Norman Reedus in PT?" It kind of took me out of it in the Silent Hill game whenever that was supposed to come out. I don't like celebrities being in games. It's like when Kevin Spacey was in Call of Duty. It really took me out of it.
I have actors that take me out of stuff, so I can understand that.
Unless the game is based on a movie in which the actors representing themselves, like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man games. I would expect that.
I really liked the Patrick Stewart narration in Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Again, you froze like you look like you really sternly disagreeing with me. So we'll just have to cap that. Yeah, I don't know. We may have lost Kevin for a little bit, so I'll
No,
keep
I'm
moving
still
on.
here.
Okay.
Last thing I heard was you. I think my wife's watching Netflix upstairs. That could be. Apparently, the internet is like a series of pipes. If you're using cold water in one room, the other room is lost.
Yeah. Well, have
That's
her
probably what's
knock
happening.
that HD quality off. Have a little bit of consideration.
I don't think she knows. You were saying Patrick Stewart in what? Lord of the Rings?
uh, Castlevania Lords of Shadow. He does the narrations in it. And it's really good.
Yes. Yes. Well, it's because he has that voice too, right?
Yeah, but you're aware that it's Patrick Stewart, and it's still.
But he's not in the game though. It's not like, "Hello,
No,
Patrick Stewart, engage," right? Like that's all I know.
correct. Yeah, I mean, no. For the most part, you're right. It can be pretty jarring when you don't expect it, because I mean, video games are supposed to put. You're supposed to be immersed, so it can be tough if you're kind of taken out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
The next thing I wanted to mention, this is just kind of funny. I would have to spend a lot of time on it, but have you heard much about Fallout 76's troubled past?
Yes.
Okay, so now with all the bad press and bad launch and empty game and all this kind of stuff going on, they're rolling out a new. They have rolled out a new, almost like MMO type of subscription service, where you pay $100 a year or $13 a month, I think. You'll get access to private servers and some other perks or whatnot, and I guess that it gives you some sort of an icon. So there's this organic groundswell of if you have that Fallout First logo because you paid, everybody's targeting you. So there's this class warfare thing going on in the middle of Fallout 76 right
really?
now. Yeah.
So it's
But
like when you played Wii U Mario Kart and it showed that you, or no, Wii Mario Kart and it showed that you use a steering wheel, it has like a gold next to your
yes,
name.
yeah.
So it's kind of like that. Oh, that sucks.
So
So people are like killing them.
yeah, because you
That's
paid for
funny.
shit. It's very funny. It's very
I can't
funny.
believe they did that, considering that the game has such an awful. Well, the game looks awful, and I love Fallout. And the fact that it was buggy and broken, nothing to do, and then you're paying for private servers. What does that mean? To play by yourself or with friends?
Yes, you can
Why is that just
prevent.
not an option?
There's a good question, Kevin. It is so that you can prevent people from coming in and targeting you and taking your shit or whatever, killing you.
But doesn't that
So
defeat the whole purpose of the game? Isn't the whole point is to live in a Fallout world with other people who might take your shit?
look,
It's like a zombie game and not worrying playing this private world without zombies. But why?
look. I'm not interested in the game. I'm surprised people are. So,
Yeah, I am too.
but I just thought that was very funny that there's like this division within the world on it. It's pretty funny. So,
I wouldn't even buy that game if it was on sale for $3, and I buy everything for $3.
the last thing, Kevin, I'm nervous to have you click on this because there's a video that I should have had you see beforehand. But you can go ahead and try it, and we'll see if it crushes your internet connection. But someone is working on a port of original Super Mario Brothers for the NES before the ZX Spectrum or the ZX Spectrum. Now you're Canadian, so would you say Z?
A B C E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z.
You say
I say
Z.
Z.
Would you?
Yeah.
I've always, in my mind, ZX Spectrum sounds the most natural though, because that's how I heard it orally before I ever saw it written. So I've always heard it called ZX Spectrum, but the only time I say Z instead of Z is this specific product.
This and Lord Zed from Power Rangers. I don't call him Lord Z. I call him Lord Zed.
I guess that was also one that I've only had auditorial. I've never had seen it. So it just says Lord and then the letter Z?
Yeah.
It doesn't say ZED?
No, it says Lord Z. All the putties had Z's on their things too.
Oh. No. Okay. Wasn't a big fan. Never knew. But it's so the thing that's really cool.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is EDD. I never knew that. I never actually looked up his name until just now.
Whose name?
Lord Zed.
Oh, okay. So all right.
From Power Rangers.
Yeah. You got me. I was like, you were so confident that it was just Z, not ZED.
I never looked up his name until now. I just assumed it was the letter Z because all the putties had Z's on their chest. It wasn't ZEDD.
Yeah, it was like the logo though.
Yeah, just the letter Z.
Yeah.
All right, we're in agreement. I'm glad we had this talk.
No, but it's weird to me that you're surprised, or that was the assumption. It's not like you normally see henchmen with the boss's name spelled out entirely.
Yeah, that's why. I never thought his name was actually Zed. ZEDD. I thought it was the letter Z. Like Lord Z. Zed. Who's on first?
I'm not articulating my point very well. So the cool thing about the demo is it actually is good with the physics and the screen scrolls.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
It was not common from back then. But to have
go ahead.
I was going to say to have the physics right and the music close is the most impressive thing to me.
My thing is, but why? Why do people do this with like old emulators and Linux stuff and Commodores just for shits and giggles to say that they can? I mean, it's entertaining. It's cool that you did it, but I never want to play this version of Super Mario Brothers. I want to play the original version of Super Mario Brothers.
No, it's of course so that you can say you did it. It's 100% all that it is.
That's cool, man.
It's
great.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's impressive when someone.
It is very impressive. I just, if I had the time to do that, I wouldn't do that. I would do anything else but that.
But they wouldn't, right?
Well, I know. I don't know. If I was able to code, I wouldn't do that, I would make my own game or anything else. But I don't know.
Okay.
No, you know what's cool? It's cool. Here's a ribbon. It's good. No, it's good. No, you're right. No, they're right. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Fucking hater, man.
It's
Kevin.
not being a hater. I just don't understand why you use talent on so useless. It's cool. I agree, but why? Who the hell's gonna play this? You said no one. So why make it?
Maybe somebody said it's
No one's ever gonna go. I want to play this version. Of
no,
Super Mario
that's not what I
Brothers."
was going at.
Oh,
Maybe someone's like, dude, it would be impossible to port Super Mario Brothers to ZX Spectrum. And let's say you hate that fucking guy. You're like,
fucking Bill. Show you.
it's right. Fuck you, Bill. I'm going to be front page of Reddit, motherfucker, with my ZX Spectrum port of Super Mario.
Yeah.
You never know why someone wants to do something.
Well, you get what I'm saying. Right?
I
It's
absolutely get what you're saying.
like, okay.
I have 100%. It is.
No, it is. It is cool.
It's
It
a
is
very
cool.
weird. That is a hyper specific thing to get super focused and dialed in on. I absolutely.
It's like when I see ROM hacks of games. Like one of my. This is really bad. One of the, you know how they have like Super Mario, like different versions of Super Mario Brothers.
Sure.
One of the first ones I played because I was a piece of shit kid was Super KKK Brothers.
Okay.
Someone made a ROM hack where you play as a. It's really bad, really bad. But that was one of the first games. You know, I was like, "Holy shit! A different version of Mario I've never seen before," and
Sure.
it's the most insulting. But there's so many different versions of Mario hacks where I'm like, "Why did you do this? Why even do this? Just for the joke, I guess? Because it's really detailed. It's really bad. I don't recommend
Okay,
anyone
well, you
check it
never.
out.
I mean, yeah, but you never know. Like, I think that there could be something that is satisfying in doing coding this way, especially like the old way, in the same manner that people that do like crocheting and knitting and stuff like that, or people that build like models and things like that, where it is just kind of a repetitive, soothing, but intricate thing that you do little by little by little, and at the end you have this work, and it's maybe like a cathartic or a therapeutic kind of wind down thing with some satisfaction of an end goal. I don't know. Hey, I've killed time in stupid ways before, so I'm impressed.
It's impressive. I don't mean to bring him down. It is impressive, especially because it's like a
So judgmental.
128K.
I know you're not. I'm just
just a-
teasing.
I don't know. It's because that Mark great. No, good job.
Yes.
ZX Spectrum.
So we're gonna keep moving along. Hopefully, your wife falls asleep and Netflix is like, "Are you still
Did I freeze
watching?"
again? I feel like you're talking without me like being in a room. It's really weird. You're like, "Oh, we lost Kevin," but I hear you saying that, so then I feel like, are you?
Because I can't hear you and you freeze. So
Really?
I just assume like right this second that's happening. So I just have to assume when this happened with Dustin, it meant he's fucking done. Like we got to reboot computers. His connection was not coming back. Yours, you keep coming back, so I'm not used to that. You know what I mean? I guess not. See, like, the listeners are going to know what I'm feeling because you're probably responding right now, but I can't hear you responding in any way.
No, I hear you sounding like Transformer, but it's for like a split second.
Oh, weird. Yeah, we'll have to figure out next week. But
I'm yelling at my wife right now.
Don't worry about it. We got like 15.
No.
We got.
No, straight to the moon.
We're at the hobbies are way more important than family for sure. But let's talk about what the games that we've been playing. Just to see, what you've been up to. Still more Resident Evil, it looks like, on your plate.
Yeah, so I finally finished Resident Evil DS, and what felt like 24 hours of playing this god awful game was actually 6 hours. I posted it on Twitter, and I couldn't believe it was only 6 hours because Well, keep in mind that I died a lot in the game, and it's because of the stupid DS gimmicks bullshit that they threw in there. I played the rebirth mode. The DS game is fine; it's the original, but the DS rebirth mode was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that because I didn't know what it was. I was like, "What the hell's a rebirth mode? I don't know. Check it out."
Sure.
So I died a lot, and it probably was about 8 hours of me dying, because the game obviously wouldn't save your deaths, right? When you start over, the time resets. So, I made it to the ending, and I was at the final boss. Wesker Albert dies. He's the bad guy, the guy with glasses. Anyways, he dies, and then I kept skipping the cutscene because I've seen it so many times because I died so many times to the point that I didn't know what else to do. So when the monster kills, the guy's like, "Go, monster, attack!" The monster kills the guy, and then the monster looks at me and kills me. I didn't know how to avoid that. So what I did was let the cutscene play. What happens if you let the cutscene play? The character Jill takes a step back, but if you skip the cutscene, that step back never happens. So when the monster attacks, he kills me. Otherwise, you would have taken that step back, and when the monster attacks, he misses. So you have time to run away. It is the dumbest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life when it comes to cutscenes.
Yeah, I've never seen a cutscene affect gameplay before.
A cutscene affect gameplay like that.
Yeah.
And because I've seen that cutscene so many times, because I had no weapons, no health. It's Resident Evil. It's a survivor game. And what's bullshit is, remember I was telling you about the slashing moments where the game goes in the first person perspective? Rooms that I've cleared out have respawned with enemies that can kill me in one shot because I have no health. So if I go in the wrong room trying to find a way out, and I go into the room I just left, that first person perspective shows up, and then I die. So I respawn again. It got to the point that I used like 25 ink ribbons at the end for any little step I made because I was like, this is not fun. I'm not having a good time. I had to go back in the mansion, get a Magnum because I had ammo for a Magnum, but without the Magnum. I ran out of everything else because I don't know, because the game is Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And I finally get to the end. I take a step back. I kill the guy. It does that fake out where like Chris is like, "Get on the chopper," and the monster's coming. I'm like, "Oh, don't tell me it's like Final Fantasy where like the monster has like 25 forms." I thought I was done. I can't survive this. Luckily, the game, because you're supposed to play as Chris's campaign after and see from his perspective. Fuck that. I'm not touching this.
Sure.
I beat the game. Credits rolled. 6 hours. I was like, 6 hours? I've been on this thing for like a month. What do you mean 6 hours?
Well, congrats. So, you're through there.
Thank you.
So
it's very. I was gonna say it's very satisfying to see credits, like we said before.
Oh yeah.
So the minute I saw those credits, I was like, it was like, I just found like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Don't even look at me. Get out.
Going right to eBay, like putting
get
it up for sale.
the hell out of here. But I'm still doing my Resident Evil kick, so I decided a couple of weeks ago they had a sale, or maybe earlier this year they had a sale for a bunch of Resident Evil games. So I picked up Resident Evil Revelations 2, which is Portuguese for 2, for the Vita. Now, I played the original port on the PS4 about 5 years ago when it first came out. It was episodic, so I actually had to wait for like the new episodes to come out. And I enjoyed it. I don't remember anything about it because I think the Resident Evil storyline is a pile of garbage. And I don't know how this ties into anything. But I remember I enjoyed it, which is the reason why I wanted to buy a portable version of it. The portable version of it is piss poor of a port.
That sucks.
And I don't notice these things. I normally don't, like the Spectrum thing that we are just looking at with Mario. I'm like, that's cool and all. I don't notice what's so great about it. And I don't notice bad ports. It takes a lot for me to notice and go, this isn't good.
Yeah.
First off, it sounds like this is how they speak when they're in a hallway, okay? Come with me. We're going to come this way. Oh, no. Fair. You're in a hallway, tight corridors. I'm like, oh my God, sunlight. He opens the door. They're outside. Oh, good. We're outside. Yes, I agree. I'm like, you guys still sound like you're in a hallway. It's so hard to hear you. It's not my headphones. It's just the game. If you see a monster, the music will be like, what the hell just happened? The music just stops. If you kill a monster, it just stops. It doesn't go like, like it doesn't fade out, or it just stops. And I'm like, that's so. I don't remember this in the PS4 version. So I don't know if it's a port or maybe I'm just, because I'm actually playing with earphones, I'm noticing it more. But it's very jarring.
That's
when the
weird.
Just like, yeah, it's really bad. Frame rate. is another issue. Again, I normally don't notice frame rate, but when the game plays like I sound like that, there's a problem. A bunch of little cockroaches show up, and the game starts freaking the hell out. Where I'm trying to go up and climb out, but I can't because I guess maybe there's too much on this. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
try
know
to
what the
process
hell.
too much.
I don't know what happened, but of course the cutscenes, because it's compressed of the PS4 game, they look great. They look fine. Everything else is awful. The sound, the graphics look like downgraded graphics. I know the Vita is a powerful system, so I know they could have done better. It's not the worst graphics, but I remember it being a lot better than this. And the controls are just a lot of touchscreen thingies
Oh,
happening.
that sucks. Yeah, I
Like
don't.
hold the bottom right corner to use herb, hold the bottom
Oh,
left corner to
yeah, no.
crouch, hold the top to shoot a grenade. I'm like, it's too much touch screen. And sometimes the touch screen doesn't reflect. So I gotta like turn it off, reset, and then I don't know. I'm
Bummer.
not having a good time. I just finished the first
We
act.
need to get you with some good video games, man. You're staring down the barrel at games you've already played, and you're agitated with the series that you
Well, it's because I
really need
bought
to
it.
play.
It goes back to my whole buying the game I have to beat. So
Which is good. I'm just saying we need to get you. We need to find you something that you're excited to be playing.
well, it's because these are portable games too, right? That I'm playing,
Yeah.
and I want to play horror portable games because of Halloween. Or else I'd be playing Binding of Isaac every day for the rest of my until I die.
Well, we need to get you some Binding of Isaac time. Get you some
I should
gaming
get back
enjoyment.
into that. Yeah, but those are the two games I've been playing.
Cool. I've also been playing just two games. I think I mentioned last week that I did buy Ukulele, The Impossible Lair. It is excellent so far. I am nervous about the end of level, so we'll see. But it's very cute. It's very fun. It's Donkey Kong Country. So really, really enjoying it. And then I guess I've been playing Outer Worlds.
Oh, sorry. Going back to Ukulele, it's funny how the last game Ukulele was they were like doing what game? When style,
Banjo-Kazooie.
right? And now they're doing Donkey Kong.
It's like
Both games,
It's like they progressed one way and they're going in reverse order this time.
but both games are made by Rare, are they not?
Yeah.
That's weird that they're
No, it's
specifically
not.
choosing.
Platonic Games are
Banjo-Kazooie?
the old Rare guys.
That's who made Ukulele.
Yeah, the people that made all those Donkey Kong Country and Banjo-Kazooie games no longer work at Rare. And
No, but those are Rare games. Like the studio Rare that made those two games, Banjo Kazooie and Donkey Kong, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, they're the old
why is it
workers.
weird? They're the guys that made the game.
I didn't know that. What am I? A ukulele freaking Wikipedia page? You think I
No.
just go on Wikipedia and be like, well, who created this game?
No, but I just
thought it was a cool coincidence.
But I just said I explained it, and you're like, but why? Go back and listen to the tape.
I thought you meant Rare, like in like Rare. Like I thought you said weird. I don't remember what the conversation was.
Oh no, it's guys that used to work at Rare made their own game company, and then did a Kickstarter for Banjo-Kazooie, and they're like, hey. We made Banjo-Kazooie. We don't have the license, but we want to make another one. Do you want to play another Banjo-Kazooie? And the internet said, yeah. And they're like, great. They're called Yuka and Lele.
I get it now. It's like the Respawn thing with Apex Legends. I get it. Now I get it. I didn't know it was the same people who made that. Okay. I'm sorry for not knowing.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, his Batman hat got a little too tight.
It actually is quite tight. I don't think I have a skinny head and a fat face.
Looks good. I like it. I'm gonna miss it next week.
Oh, who says I'm not gonna wear it next week? This is like my outfit.
I'm not gonna. Maybe that's the long play. Maybe that's what I want. So
background. Oh, it's quite tight on the old.
But yeah. So that's it's not really a coincidence. It's 100% intentional.
All right. Well
So,
then.
but that's what I meant. So they started Donkey Kong Country, ended up making Banjo-Kazooie, and then they are going backwards, where they started with a Banjo-Kazooie and then worked their way back to a Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and I just thought
That's
it was cool that they're copying Rare games, but then I realized now I found out it's the Rare people who. It makes sense now. I get it now.
There you go. Yes, I like providing new wrinkles to your brain.
I'm more proud that I realized that those two companies were Rare, like Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong. Considering I never played those games before, so I'm just proud of myself.
Bravo.
They also made Battletoads, did they not?
That's correct.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And-
I am on a roll.
And GoldenEye and Perfect Dark.
Shit, they're a good
They
studio.
were real fucking good, dude.
Conquer's Bad Furry. I gotta get Rare Replay, but that's
Diddy
only
Kong
I want
Racing.
that was good too.
RC Pro Am on the NES.
Don't remember that. Is that the Top View one?
Yeah, the
With,
little
like,
RC
dirt
cars.
track?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I do remember that.
Also, Rad Racer was made by Square Enix or Square.
Huh.
Blew me
Square at
away.
the
I was
time,
like,
yeah.
wow, it wasn't Enix at the time. It was just Square. Cool. I played that as an adult and was like, oh my god, Square. No shit.
It's
No
like when
wonder.
I found out LJN made Maximum Carnage. I'm like, what?
Hey, Blind Squirrels Find Nuts too. Like, I love Jaws from LJN.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's not. I understand that that's not a great game, but I love it. I actually think there's elements that are excellent.
It's taking me back to the future of the game.
I liked it. I liked that movie
I
as
love
a
it
kid.
too. Yeah.
Or that game. Obviously, I liked the movie. But it surprised me as an adult that everyone's like, yeah, that game was trash. But I like shooters, and it's basically a shoot 'em up. And
Yeah, it is actually.
I thought that the bowling ball weapon was strangely satisfying. So I don't know. Yeah. Now that was a game I never got very far in. That had a. I didn't know the DeLorean was actually in the game until the internet happened.
Yeah,
Just like you didn't know Simba got big. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did dig into the Outer Worlds, and I'm not having the experience that everybody else on the internet's having with Outer Worlds. So I got real excited that I was going to have the same sort of save functionality that you have in Forza and Gears, where I could play a little on my PC, fire up on my Xbox, and it would sync my cloud save or sync my saves. And the game is on Games Pass for PC and Games Pass for Xbox One, but they don't do cross save.
They don't speak to each other.
No, so if you want to play, so you're console locked or whatever. So I started on the PC, so now I'm stuck playing on my PC.
On a PC. Oh, that's so dumb.
And what really bums me out is you can stream from your PC from your Xbox to your PC.
Yeah.
So if I would have started on my Xbox One, I still would have had the setup that I wanted.
Yeah.
But I started on my PC, and so now I'm locked on PC. So
that's weird though. They don't have a cloud saving or anything like that.
They do if it's a Microsoft first party game. I think the developer Obsidian opted not to take advantage of that functionality. Maybe they couldn't. Gotcha. I don't know. So that was a bit of a bummer. So I uninstalled it on my Xbox, and I'm just gonna push through on PC for now. I do play with a controller on. I have a console experience at my PC, but I'm sitting on this, office chair from Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't always like to try to get a long HDMI cord out and put it on my TV and pretend I'm on a It's just it's a whole thing. So I'll just play on PC. But I also, maybe it's just because I'm not used to Fallout, and like I've said a bunch of times before, I've never played a Fallout game. I've never played Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls games or anything like that. So I'm not used to this style of game, and
it looks like Fallout when I've seen the screenshots, like them speaking at the camera to NPCs.
Yeah, and it is. And so here's where I'm not having fun, but it's impressive. Is that they're giving me, like, really early on, really tough moral choices.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like the game prepared me enough to, it rushed me into some moral decisions. So I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be vested in this major choice I'm about to make, or that I just made.
Yeah.
But I don't know who I like and I don't like. I don't know enough about either side or character or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And my companion...
That can be the point.
No, but it gives me... Okay, then I hate that. Because if you're going to make me feel uninformed and I have to make an important decision that I can't go back on, and if I would have known more, I would have made a different decision. I don't enjoy that story mechanic.
Because what if there's like a twist and saying like, and the father was the person that you killed?
So then that's a cheap twist. That's an unearned twist because you forced me to make a decision, and I'm like, I don't understand what I'm choosing.
No, I agree with you, but
So
games have done that before.
I know they have, and I don't like that. And I think that this game is doing that. And but all I hear is this game is amazing.
Yeah.
This game is blowing people's minds. And I didn't like the moral choice that I had to make early on. And honestly, the two factions I was choosing between, I hated both the leaders I was between. My small interactions with both, I'm like, I don't trust or like either of you. And then if that's the case, I don't feel like I can tell if I'm being a good guy or a bad guy. And so if I'm going through that, then I run into the scenario where, okay, then I'm going to play it like I would me to get vested in the character. But then I will click a dialogue option, but the person won't react to the dialogue option. I'll think I was doing something nice, and they'll get mad at me. And I'm like, so now it's not playing the way that I'm intending this conversation to go. So
Sounds like a Fallout game.
So I'm now out of... So I'm not playing as me anymore. And if I don't have the vested interest in the characters, like they haven't forced me into the world enough.
Yeah.
So I'm making progress, and I'm gonna keep playing. But so outside of the story stuff, I can't afford anything. I scavenge everything I pick up, and I can afford nothing. I have a level 1 gun still, but my character's level 4. I don't understand how to get guns. Do they drop? Can I buy them? Every time I go to the vending machines, it's offering me stuff to buy that I can't figure out how to use. Like they're buffs and all this stuff. And I'm like, are these temporary buffs? Are these recipe items? I don't fucking know. And then the markers also get me confused because...
Like on a map?
Yeah, like the map markers that... Okay, so you have a HUD that'll tell you where... If you're going the direction of a marker. But on the screen, it'll show you like a green dot. And as you're walking towards the green dot, you can see the distance shrink. So you know you're getting closer.
Yeah.
Okay. But they'll have multiple green dots up that have no indication of what's going on. And the way the cameras work is it flips them around on you. So I'll think I'm following a quest. I'll walk up to a door. It walks me up to a door and says that I'm where I need to be. I am 2 meters away. So I go through the door, and then it tells me to go back through the same door. So I'm following, to me, what feels like the exact same green dot. And no matter what side of the door I go on, it's telling me to go back through the door.
So on the green dot, are you talking about like a radar, like a sonar kind of thing on the actual screen?
No, like on
the map itself.
Not a map. In the gameplay, you're looking at it. You've played video games like this, where
that's what I'm saying. Fallout has like a bunch of lines going across, and it shows like a green line to signify where to go.
Yeah,
and you follow that green line because I know what you're talking about. Line obviously to the right, and so you go to the right, and then it goes to the left. And you're like, where the hell? What am I looking at?
Okay, that's happened, but this is I'm having a hard time even articulating that would be better than this. That is still happening.
Yeah.
I've run into that outside of Fallout as well. Batman Arkham Knight, that would happen a lot.
Yeah.
When you would get up to skyscrapers and stuff. No, like they will say to go to the next item, the next thing, the next objective.
Oops.
You have to go through this door. And they will lead you right to the door. And say that I know that once I get through the door, they will give me another mile marker to go chase after. Like, that happens. So, it does it with doorways that you don't need to open. So, this is a doorway that you have to press, like, X. You go to a loading screen, and then you're loaded into another area. Okay? Yeah. So, when you're in a facility, I can be chasing this green dot. I'll walk through, and the green dot will take me to a doorway. I walk to the doorway, and then another green dot will show up, and I'll follow that. And so it'll walk me through like a hallway or downstairs with all these short instances, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But what it does sometimes is it walks through a door that requires a loading screen that I have to go up and say, yes, X, I want to leave this area and go to the next area. And when the new area loads, the mile marker that I'm looking for is behind me 2 meters going and touching that same door. So there's...
Yeah. So it sounds like a Fallout game.
So that's an infinite loop.
Yeah.
You always go through the door and it always tells you to go back through the door, and that's it.
It could be upstairs or downstairs
No,
too.
no, Kevin, you're not. You don't understand how
I get what you're
terrible
saying.
this is.
I get what you're saying, and no, I'm saying like maybe that's what it is, but it doesn't sound like
It's
it.
not, because you're on a base. What you have to do is just keep walking away and ignore it, and eventually it'll reorient.
Oh, wow, that's dumb.
Because I've had that where you're like, oh, it's above me. How do I get up above me or whatnot?
Yeah, because Fallout does that with the sonar or whatever on your screen.
Yeah, but I mean, I almost gotta like videotape it for you. Like I might do that and send it in WhatsApp, because
Do it, yeah.
it's like you walk up to the exact dot. It says push the button here. So then you load and you're staring away, and it's like, wait a minute. The dot says, and you do that Fallout thing where you like look around because it's flying all over, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you step away a little bit, you turn around, and then the dot, you find it again exactly on the door that you just came from, and it tells you to go back through that door.
Yeah.
So it's not like you find it up above you even.
Yeah, it's just poorly programmed or whatever.
It's horrible.
Like, until it gets rerouted like a GPS.
So I'm sitting here getting turned around, and then there's this lock picking mechanics. I never have enough shit to unpick stuff, and that's probably why I don't have any guns.
Yeah. Do they still use because Fallout's known for the lockpicking mechanic where it shows like a doorknob and it shows like sideways around it?
No, it's press X if you have enough. Well, maybe because of the character and the traits I picked, it doesn't make me do a minigame. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm interested in it because I like Fallout, and I was disappointed with Fallout 4, and it sounds like Fallout to me.
I want to keep playing. I do kind of want to play and see how the story plays out, but
Yeah.
as far as feeling like I'm the character, it's totally ruined. I'm absolutely. Yeah. I was kind of hoping, I think maybe a little bit for the Walking Dead kind of thing, that I felt emotionally invested in those choices. And in this one, it's like...
It sounds like LA Noire. Have you ever played LA Noire?
No, because I heard people describe these kind of fucking things that I'm like, I don't want to do any of that.
I always play games, like you said, as if the character is me. So my character is a coward and very nice. I try to be. Anyways.
Okay.
So in LA Noire, if someone you think is lying, you can press doubt, X to doubt, or whatever button it was. So I would, the person's like, yeah, I was there with Martha at 3, and I'm like, motherfucker over here says 2. So I'm thinking that he's gonna be like, at 3, okay, but what happened between 2 and 3? Instead he goes, you bitch, you liar, over here it says 2. I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
that's not step back. That's not at all what I meant to happen.
I haven't had a dialogue thing like that happen, but I did have
LA Noire is like, oh, it's so bad.
I guess I did have, but this kind of broke it for me a bit, because it made me think about it as a game, not as me, I guess. I empathized with a certain group of people that I wanted to help. And the leader of that faction wanted me to screw over a person from another faction or whatever. And essentially, like, I had to screw somebody over, but I was able to say sorry in the dialogue options and then asked to, like, kind of prove myself. And it just seemed obvious on how to manipulate the outcome. All I wanted to do was have these people kind of saved or whatever.
Yeah.
And both choices that I had, I wasn't real confident in it. I don't know. It just turned into such a gamification, but in a way that I wouldn't personally handle it. It just didn't, I don't know.
And that's the problem with these moral choices games. It's either black or white. There's no spectrum in between.
I think they're trying too hard to give you the gray area, to make it too ambiguous.
Yeah,
I think they're aware of that as a two
because that's
binary of
always been the thing with games. It's always that black or white, bad or good.
and they certainly, this is not that, but you can tell what it's wanting you to do for certain
Yeah,
outcomes at times. I don't know. I'm interested in still playing it. I know all I've said is bad shit about it because I can't figure out I can't figure this game out.
yeah.
But I do want to see how it plays out. But it does make me check out from using my perspective, which I feel is supposed to be a big hook. Like, Kevin, I don't even know how to play as a bad guy necessarily.
That shouldn't be that hard.
Like, I could always be a dickhead, but then
Yeah,
that gets really boring real fast.
yeah.
So
I don't think I've ever played as a bad guy.
I
Any of
never
those
have.
Marvel Crisis games. I think I shot someone by mistake in Fallout, but other than that,
Yeah, so I've got this stupid level 1 gun that doesn't work on stuff. I've got a sword that I have a hard time finding stuff to fix it with, and that's kind of
is
it.
it multiplayer or is it single player?
Singles, to my knowledge, is just single player.
Okay, so it sounds exactly like Fallout.
It is
I'm
exactly
interested.
like Fallout. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
That's one of the big complaints that it has. Like, it's just Fallout, but it's amazing. They are the ones that did New Vegas, which a
What
lot
is
of
the
people
hook
say
of
is
it?
it's outer space. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's um like a capitalist dystopia kind of thing where like the corporations have taken over everybody's lives and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's not like
'Cause I like the Fallout
government.
story of the bomb and all that. That's really cool. I really like that world, the
This
wastelands and all that.
Yeah, this is not. This is space, and there's like marauders and stuff. It's still like post-apocalyptic, but it's the a capitalist dystopia instead of a bomb.
Hmm.
And
All
there's
right.
like marauders and weird animals instead of mutated Fallout things. So yeah, I'm gonna continue playing, like I said, but it's one of those things where you kind of look around, going, "God damn it, I'm missing something." Like I can't help but feel like I'm absolutely playing this game wrong.
Yeah.
I just because everyone else is seeming to love it, and I'm frustrated a lot.
Yeah.
I'm also really bad at modern video games.
Well, yeah.
They give
Yeah,
me
no, I
too
get
much
that.
They give me too much information. I
Yeah.
hate reading. Like, I enjoy reading for pleasure. I hate reading in video games. I hate it. Like it, it I hate it.
Yeah.
Anytime reading is assigned, I really have a hard time buckling down and pushing through it. So
With you in this game, it's like how I feel with The Witcher. The Witcher 3.
I
I
can
bought that after everyone's told me to check it out, play it. I'm gonna love it, even if I don't like medieval stuff, which I don't. I'll still enjoy it. I played like 20 hours, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling a single thing about this game.
The only reason I pushed through was because Mike T from the Cartoon Retrocast bought it for me.
Yeah,
So since it was a gift, I pushed through, and then I got
yeah,
the shitty ending. That made me so mad. I enjoyed a lot of the game way more than I was expecting to. I'm certainly glad I played The Witcher 3,
yeah.
but I think the combat stinks. Um,
I just find it repetitive. It's like Borderlands, where it's just like fetch quests. I'm like, I don't like fetch quests.
there is a lot of that.
Yeah, go here, kill this guy, come back, get your reward. Go here, kill this guy, repeat, rinse and repeat.
I was really upset. Out of that 40 hours or whatever, there were 5 choices that were not obvious, and one of them that I picked prevented me from getting the new ending, but it was not what I intended. Like, I was so upset with that. It still was a cool game. I'm glad I finished it, but I had a really sour experience
Yeah,
getting the bad ending. When I was intending, I was punished even though I played the game the way that it told me I needed to in order to. It was like, if you make Siri the priority above all else, you'll get X ending, and that was the ending I wanted. And one of the things I didn't click was I didn't have a snowball fight with her,
uh-huh. And then
and
just put everything
that was
down.
the decision that cost me from getting the ending. And I
So
didn't
tough.
know that she wasn't like, please play snowball with me like we used to. She was like, it was like an innocuous thing where it was like in the middle of.
Oh, look, a snowball.
No, it was even like, oh hey, do you want to kill some time like we used to or whatever? And I'm like, maybe we should focus on training. And it was like, bad ending. Your 40 hours is down the toilet. It was in like the middle of like a regular conversation that didn't even appear to, it was so I would recommend Outer Worlds if you have Games Pass. So let's talk about the question of the week, Kevin, before we wrap up the show.
Question. Oh no, that's insane. Question of the week. I like coming up with questions every week for the fans to listen to, and feel free to email in or comment what your answer is. And just for new listeners out there, I used to write a question of the week every time I send an email, so I want to keep that tradition alive. And plus, it's fun to talk about it. So this week's is what is the most angriest, nerdiest moment you had in real life? Now, what I mean by this is that you got so angry at something that had to do with gaming, comic books, anything movie or like nerdy related. And then when you look back at it, you're like, oh, geez, that was really stupid of me to behave that way. So my example was...
I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, so my example was when Mortal Kombat 9 first came out. I still want an arcade cabinet. And if you pre-order it, you got the cabinet, what's it called? The fight stick, right?
Okay.
So it's a Mortal Kombat 9 fight stick that, it looks like the cabinet portion of the actual arcade cabinet, the control part. So I wanted that. And I was willing to spend $150, whatever it was, came with like DLC and all that crap. And you cannot open it up. My Game Boy games are all in there now, just because that's a great place to put them.
Oh, yeah.
So I pre-ordered it from Best Buy. And, I pre-ordered it, and it was only a pre-order bonus. So there's no other way to get this thing. So I pre-ordered from Best Buy, and I'm patiently waiting by the door. So I'm looking online, tracking number, and saying, delivering will be there today, right on. And, you look at it, you're having a smoke, you're having coffee, you look at it, and it says delivered. And you're like, well, it hasn't been delivered. And then it says terminated. So I was like, what the hell does that mean? So I called Best Buy, and I was like, what the hell happened to my package? They said they tried to deliver it, and no one was home. So when it came back to the warehouse, they had to terminate it, meaning they had to, I guess, blow it up. I don't know. So I said, well, I was home all day, and I never got it. And they go, well, now it's no longer available. You have to order it again. And this is where I lost my mind, because I was like, it's a pre-order. You don't understand. It's limited quantities. I can't get this again. I can only get this one that I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
I can't get this cabinet back with the order. It was only this one. I was so angry at them. Because I'm right, though. Like, I really wanted this, and I can't order it in the store. I can't order it on the website. You can only get it if you ordered it before. It was the only pre-order I ever did. So I canceled the whole thing. I got so angry. I spoke to the manager. You know that meme with like the hair, the manager mom?
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
Karen.
Yeah, that was me. I'm like, can I get off the phone? I want to speak. No. Don't you dare talk. Don't say you're sorry. I don't want to hear you're sorry. Get your manager on the line. No. Get your manager on the line. Manager comes on. I'm like, what are you guys going to do for me? Huh? What are you going to do for me? I wasted my day on my day off next to the door all day. I could have done doctor visit. I was just like using everything. I felt bad after. Mostly because I found at EB Games somebody, because, sometimes people don't order it or buy it. So EB Games had a sack load of what I wanted, because no one doesn't mean everyone's going to buy it. So I just went there and got it, and I did end up getting it. But after thinking about it, I was like, oh, that was really stupid and bad of me to freak out on everybody and their mom during that time.
I can't say I've definitely lost my shit before, but it's not been one that's been gaming related.
It doesn't even have to be gaming related. Just like shit that you look back on, you're like, oh, that was really bad.
That's plenty to count. I don't know if I want to really feel like that at the moment.
That's fair.
I will say that one that I was really embarrassed about was a Best Buy pre-order. I pre-ordered Diablo 3. I thought that was going to be a sellout game. I earned $1 billion, sold a bajillion copies, but it was all digital, right?
Yeah.
I was new to PC gaming. I didn't realize. So I pre-ordered my copy at Best Buy. And she hands me the box, and I'm like, why'd you put the sticker there?
Oh, you should put a sticker on the box?
Yeah, the reserve sticker for me. She like slathered all over the box, and
because it's a cardboard box in the sleeve.
Yes,
right?
It was a cardboard over the. So I made her go to the back to see if she could find one without a sticker yet.
What an asshole! You know, she just went back there and just took that sticker off that box.
Fine.
I said, "Oh, I found one."
Doesn't matter. There's no sticker on it, and I didn't rip. If I were to get home and try to do it, rip for sure. So fine. If she removed the sticker, I don't. It wasn't that it was tainted because it had, like, forever tainted because a sticker touched it.
Yeah.
It was just that a sticker was on it when she handed it to me. That was like, I'm really embarrassed, and I'm kind of like real upset that there's a sticker on it, and I don't want to buy that anymore.
No, I get that.
So
see, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, but I was more ashamed of caring about it than, especially now, because I can sit there and look at it and go, that I've got a little thing of physical modern games right here. It's like a little cabinet. Yeah. It has to be the least valuable thing I have. That, and I do have. You wanna? It's not worth a joke, but I have Star Trek Online physical.
Nice.
It is defunct. It doesn't exist anymore. Tony got it for me for $1. Yeah, but there's no sticker on my Diablo 3. It's absolutely worthless, though. It is. There's a DVD in it that can't run because it's an online-only game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It has to be, and you have to be downloaded and updated to play it, or else it won't connect or run. There isn't like a single multiplayer thing, so you can't like. It's an absolute waste of plastic.
This would have drove you crazy. When I worked at Best Buy, whenever you go into the store, they got to check your stuff, so you don't thief stuff. So normally I'd have games on, 3DS game or not even 3DS, 3DS games, and I had like Xbox games. I'd let friends borrow games and shit. So what they would do is grab a price gun and tag your games. So I have 3DS games that have like the glue of the price.
Oh, yeah.
I have lots of my games upstairs have those glues from those price tags from me walking in and out. I'd forget the game is in the bag. Or I have like 3DS games I can play on the bus or subway in my way.
Are they on the
clam? Tag it all.
Are they on the clamshell?
They're on the clamshell, the plastic and all that.
At least if you ever get motivated and it drives you nuts, you can take some Goo Gone and that'll come right off.
I won't though, because I'll never look at it again. But when I pull a game out of my shelf and I'm like, ugh, what the hell happened to this thing? It's just covered in like hard crust.
You know that I don't actually because my employer did it, that would bother me. But there's some charm in if it's a used game and it's not my own. And I buy it now. I've inherited it. It's got the warts on it. I bought it with the warts. It's okay. So
I'll take a photo. I'll take a photo of my worst one, and maybe you can use it as like the episode.
There you go. Yeah. If you have any time where you lost your shit over a video game thing, let us know. ClassicLeet@gmail.com. And Kevin, I think that's going to be it for the show, man.
Yeah, boy.
So, I just published last week's episode yesterday evening, so we don't have any feedback or fan mail or anything like that. So, I'll try to be better and more prompt this week. I'm just too busy over the weekend and stuff. So
life, man. Life's hard.
I had a good weekend. It was Halloween. I was the best Billy Mays you've ever seen.
That was wicked. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, grow a beard if you can. It's great. Mine turning gray.
I definitely, if I ever get like a government office job, I'll turn into Ron Swanson for you.
Yeah, do it.
But yeah, I want to thank Ben Landis and Cubby for letting us use their songs as intro and outro music. Ben Landis' song is called Through the Forest. It's off his album Adventures in Pixels. And our outro music is Cubby's title for us off the album Sleet. Our RSS feed is available at our website, classicleet.com. But we are pretty much available. I got to get around to applying to Spotify again. We're not on Spotify yet, but eventually we will be. But pretty much anybody else has us. So Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and any podcast app that you use, if it's a third-party app, they will have us. Our social media, our handle is Classic Elite everywhere. That's Classic L337, once again. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just as a quick reminder to check out our Amazon affiliate links to help support the show. If you do buy something after clicking on our link, we will get a small commission. I
have to tell you something. I'm not Batman. I'm Kevin.
Oh my God.
The whole time, right?
Whoa.
I know. I'm sorry. I had to tell you now.
Now I got to delete this episode. We can't let people know.
Yeah, I have to kill you now. I still feel like I'm wearing it. It's so weird. It's so tight.
It is tight.
If I wasn't looking at myself, I feel like I still have it on.
Phantom Mask is what you've got.
Yeah, it is actually.
So, if that's how you can support the show if you follow those links if you'd like to do that. And Kevin, thank you very much for joining me. So everybody, that was episode 302 of the Classic Elite Podcast, and we'll see you next week for episode 303.
Peace.